Hey guys, it's Jenny here from the South Brunswick Public Library Teen Department. We're not making banana pancakes, although you can if you want to, but we are going to make mini cereal pancakes. I've been seeing videos of these everywhere, so I wanted to kind of try it out and see if it was worth all the hype. They were delicious, they were adorable, definitely super cute, but I will let you know they do take longer than regular pancakes, so if you're in a rush or you're starving, I would not recommend this recipe. But if you have some time and you want to kind of do a fun little activity, I would recommend it because they do taste really good. I don't know why the smaller shape does make them taste more delicious, but I hope you enjoy it. You will need the oven for this recipe, and it does work better with a long flat frying pan, so if you have one of those, I would definitely recommend it. Other than that, I will post a recipe of a pancake mix from scratch if you want to make it from scratch, but if you have a recipe already or pre-made pancake batter, you're welcome to use that. It's all the same. You could just skip ahead to the part where we start actually making the tiny little adorable pancakes. All right, hope you enjoy. All right, so first we'll start with our dry ingredients. We need half a cup of flour. We need 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then we need half a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Put all our dry ingredients in there and then whisk it up really good. Make sure we separate all that baking soda and baking powder so it doesn't clump. And then we can put that off to the side. All right, now in a small bowl, we'll take our wet ingredients. So you want 1 egg. Crack that in there, and then we'll just scramble up that egg. We'll whisk up that egg. All right, and then we'll just take our whisked egg, throw that in our dry ingredients. We need half a cup of milk. If you have buttermilk, that's a little bit better, but if not, you can use regular milk too. And then we'll just whisk that up. And when our batter is all mixed up, we'll go ahead and pour it into a plastic bag. One of the little tips that I learned is if you actually spread your bag out over a measuring cup, it's much easier to pour it in and doesn't make as much of a mess. So we'll just go ahead and pour that in. One thing to notice before you start actually making it is see how watery your batter is. Mine looks a little bit watery, and I'm worried that when I actually start trying to make little tiny dots that it's going to be too thin. So I'm just going to add a little bit more flour to mine. You can kind of gauge your own consistency to see if you feel like if it's a little too dry, you can add a little more water. If it's a little bit too wet, you can add a little more flour to get your consistency right. All right, we'll just let our pan heat up a little bit. I'm gonna spray some butter spray on the bottom. Make a nice layer so they don't burn. All right, so now that we have our batter and our pan is heated, we're just gonna make our little circles. And repeat. Flipping them has been a little bit tricky just because they're so small, but if you take your time, just be careful, don't burn yourself. I've been kind of using the side to help me. Go ahead and flip them. The second side actually needs a little bit less time to cook than the first because the pan's already warm, so
just another minute on each side should be fine, and then we'll take them off. All right, and when they're all cooked up, we can just scoop them. I'm actually gonna use 2 spatulas to kind of get them up so we don't have to burn ourselves. But you can just kind of scoop them all, or as many as you can, onto one spatula. Put them in your bowl, and you're good to go. And then it's totally up to you if you want to actually put milk on it. I've seen people do that too. If you just want to put sugar on it, that's your call as well. Either way, it's bound to be delicious. For some reason, the tiny little pancakes do taste better, even though they do take longer to make. So hopefully you stuck with it and enjoyed it. And if not, if you just end up with regular pancakes, that's fine too. All right, we'll see you next week.